Let me guess, you love green? Well, this video is definitely for you. I'm going to be taking a look at how green was styled in the spring-summer runway from all over the world. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome to Design or Design. My name is Maria and today, as I mentioned before, we're heading into the green pastures of the runways. We're going to be talking about all the green tints, shades, etc. that we've seen there, and we'll see how they were styled in comparison with other colors. Just before we get started, there were a few shades that were present, but because of the lighting that's different in different shows, not every single color actually looks like it does on the video. Just for instance, take a look at these two clips. This is the same show, the same outfit, the same model, just a different lighting and maybe a different camera. So keeping that in mind, let's get started. Let's just experience the colors that were there with some monochromatic outfits, and let's start with Tarragon, a fresh green infused with notes of citrus. Tarragon displays a delicate pinquancy. So we have this sort of a almost neutral green. It really reminds me of matcha tea or matcha latte, and the dresses that are a little bit like with white in there. I love this color. It's very nice and neutral. I don't really remember seeing it on the runways beforehand, so it might be like a newer color to play around with. Having monochromatic outfits works wonders for anybody who wants to lengthen themselves by having a single color throughout the entire outfit. It kind of eliminates the line, the visual complexity of the outfit, and keeps the eye looking up and down your outfit. So I always do love to wear a monochromatic something or other. All right, we've hit the next color, and that is Watercress, a refreshing peppery green with sprightly presence. It is more of that khaki color, maybe like a little bit more of a military color, but a little bit less yellow, a little bit more green maybe. So this one really close to olive, I would even say. This is definitely the color for that military kind of a vibe, something that could come in a bomber jacket or maybe some trench coats, maybe some other type of military inspired wear as well. It is very neutral color that would likely work with many different skin tones, but usually the warmer it is, the better it is with the warmer skin tones, and the cooler it is, as in like more green it is rather than yellow, then it's gonna work better with the cooler skin tones. We see this color in variety. It does go from this utilitarian kind of feel, like encourages here, to more gown dresses and other shows. We see this in Dress Van Noten and many more shows. Roberta Cavalli having this glimmer dress with that, and Ardem having a full-on suit with a maxi skirt. Next one is a much more cooler green. It's called Mint, of course, a cooling mentholated green that is breath of fresh air. If you're curious where I picked all of these up, this is done by Pantone, where they look at the New York Fashion Week as well as, I believe it's London Fashion Week, and they collect the colors that were present there. Anyways, so we are looking at a much more cooler green color. We have it in different strengths and different hues. So sometimes a single color can either be very dark or very light, depending on how much white or black is added to it. Next one looks as if it's that mint color, but much darker. And it's called the Bistro Green, a hearty deep green tone with substantial presence. It is that really dark blue color that is deemed now more like a neutral but green. So if you are tired of that dark blue and you want to spice up your closet a little bit with some green, then this is a perfect color. I feel like it can go well for office wear, maybe something more elegant, but usually this deeper, almost gem colors work with cooler skin tones better than they do with the warmer ones. So make sure to try it out and experiment with actually physical items. See how they reflect off of your face. Does it increase your imperfections on your face, or does it make them go away? That's the best way I can tell you to try them out. All right, next one up, we're going to be looking at how these were styled with neutrals. So yes, green and neutrals, it's pretty easy to style any color with neutrals. Let's face it. Any bright color looks amazing with neutrals. So neutrals are black, white, the spectrum of gray going from white to black, going browns, as well as a spectrum of from beige to browns, you name it. Also, I mentioned that the really dark blue sometimes is considered a neutral, like maybe super heavy denim wash, or like almost black blue, like we're seeing here in Miu Miu, for instance. Why do like the browns work well with all the different colors? Because usually you can create brown mixing up the two opposite colors from the color wheel, the complementary colors together, you create brown. So they're just a little step away, you know what I mean? Black, white, also the same story. But you might think about what neutral colors work better with your complexion. Sometimes people like wearing white or black or gray if they have cooler skin tone, while people with warmer skin tone prefer to wear browns, beiges, and etc. Maybe even sometimes that green with olive green color that's really close to neutral. It's always fun to have a little bit of playfulness with a pop of color in an outfit if you have a simple wardrobe that is basically compiled of neutrals and you're thinking, oh, I want to try something out, but I'm scared to try a color. It is so simple to do. Just have one piece that will be a pop of color in your outfit, and that is enough. And you don't really need to change up your closet that much to experiment with color. Sometimes a fun way to do it is maybe buying a statement accessories such as scarves, bags, shoes. If the color doesn't really play to your complexion that well, then go for something that's farther away from your face, like bottoms, skirts, shoes, bags. If you would like to see how well it does near your face, then maybe scarves, something that is easily replaceable, that won't destroy you if you just take it off if you don't like how you're looking in the middle of the day. And honestly, finding a color, it can be pretty difficult, but I don't want to discourage you from doing it. Right now, I'm doing all of the colors in a row, and basically this is a time for me to experiment with different colors. And let me tell you, my complexion does not like every color. Like the preview, oh my goodness. Again. It was yellow. It was so horrible. Yeah, anyways, let's move on. All right, now let's take a look at the combinations with red. So red and green are complementary colors. What does that mean? That means that when they are put together side by side, they create a very big impact and they highlight each other. So we see these combinations in Christmas, for instance, right? But on the runways, we have a little bit of different hues of greens and reds that are paired together that don't really scream Christmas. For instance, Balmain here, although both of those colors are present, it looks really cool and effortlessly chic. This is a really bright combination, so if you want to tone it down, maybe choose one of the colors and create like a darker version of it or a lighter version of it. So for instance, in this print, the green is there, but it's very subtle. It's like more muted and not as much in your face. Next one up would be pink and green. So let's take red, for instance, right, and make it lighter. So basically the same thing. So lowering that capacity of screaminess, you know what I mean? Having the lighter green and the lighter red, a maybe pink and I don't know, lime together, and having some fun with that. This combination is definitely a little bit more spring-like, a little less Christmas. It's fun to play around. I really love this Balmain outfit with the pink bottoms and the green tops. We also have some red in there as well. Really amazing color combinations, really bright and very fresh as well. We have this more in a sporty version in D squared, as well as just pastels all together in Undercover. Erdem had more of the brighter colors, bright pink, almost like a Barbie pink, and the bright green. All right, next one up is combinations with orange. We've seen a lot of combos with this muted green and really bright orange in Fendi, as well as in Zimmermann having a pop of color belt, Bottega Veneta having a pop of color purse. Pairing of green, orange, and purple are somewhat of a tertiary combination. So that means there are the three colors that are evenly placed out in the color wheel. It is a pretty bright combination, but sometimes when you do take away the purple, it tones it down, right? Or if you add some other colors, once again, if you play around with the saturation of the colors, it gives out different vibes for sure. Like here in Zimmermann, it should be a bright combination, but because they are toned really down, it's much more elegant and flowy and not screaming in your face. Next one would be combination with yellow. So green and yellow are pretty close to each other on a color wheel, and it could be said that there are more of an analogous color combination, can be a more subtle combination because they're so close together, although both of them can be really powerful colors. But because they're so close, it's just like adding a little bit of yellow or a little bit of green to a single color, then it does not create super duper loud combination. I really like how it's been done in the Undercover, having both of those colors in a print. Really nice, nothing too crazy about it. All right, let's talk about the combination with blue. All right, so that's another one of those analogous color combinations going from green to the other side of the color wheel. These are once again really close to each other there, and the combination of both of them together is not as bright, it's not as disturbing for us as a viewer to see. Yes, sometimes, once again, you can always play around with the volume of it, how bright it is, and etc. But here we go. As I mentioned, the purple, green, and I think it was orange, that it's a tertiary combination. Now we see the other side of it having purple styled with green, and it's a beautiful combination, but it's definitely more for the cooler skin tones because green and purple are a little bit on the cooler side. Purple for sure, green can be either or. It can be a little bit cooler or hotter depending on how yellow it is, I guess. And that completes my review for the green. If you love the color green and you did find some new inspiration, make sure to comment or give some appreciation for this video by liking. If you're not already, please do subscribe. It helps me out a lot. If you'd like to see how I style the trends that I'm talking about here on the channel in everyday life, I encourage you to check out my Instagram. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, and yeah, stay classy. Bye.